It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. We're just moments away from the action, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Up next, a contest that keeps things warm between the visiting team and our home team. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And the NFL playoffs are finally upon us. We don't know who the teams will be just yet, but one thing we do know, partner. Whoever makes it through to the end of the gauntlet ahead has truly earned a spot in this year's Super Bowl.
It's really what the regular season does. It gets you battle-tested before you take the field in these playoffs. Where it's win or pack your bags. When we saw these guys in week one,
These NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. Now being led out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. He's contained at the line for no gain. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Watson working in the pistol. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Watson. That's taken in by ETN. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, if he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite, the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
Pressure's on him, and it gets home. He's dropped. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is not a good omen at all. You spend so much time, Kate, on the first 15 plays, and that first play, you've rehearsed it in your head over and over as a quarterback, as an offensive line. You never, ever want to go backwards, have such a negative play, but now you got to flush it and quickly move on.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. Takes out a 1-stop. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Completed over the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll give him a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They give inside to Chubb. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he takes it. And wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
44-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Bennett. This ball's caught by Pickens. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. A.J. Terrell making that stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 40-yard line.
Bennett throwing here. He'll get this complete to Joe. The defenders are there to get him at the line. A.J. Terrell making that stop. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They kick the running back in motion.
Done for after the deflection. Got himself to the right place at the right time to make that catch downfield.
Offense already looking like they're at mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. He'll throw it yet again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 23-yard line.
From the 23. Throwing the out route, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Which is a great instance. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
It's into the hands of Joe. This play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive.
We normally talk about complimentary football at some points every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force a punt and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
We do it every game.
It feels like it. Almost every game. Yeah.
I think you're right. Because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league. And the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
That one right down the middle. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Cool, all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And a gun to give to ETN. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Watching now, off play action. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
This offense looking to converge as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Watson escapes the pocket. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. On now comes their punter. After that drive, look backwards. He's going to send this one forward. Got 46 on his first punt, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script the first 10 to 15 plays, but this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At their 49-yard line.
Here's Chubb up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
He was taken down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Reach beyond the marker. With 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
From a great throw to a nice rapid catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
35-yard line.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go.
Running back sent in motion. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll send him over right. From the 27. Short pass brought in. He's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's Chubb. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
From the 18 on 2nd down. Completed to his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 13. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. Time to begin the 2nd quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They'll start out with 3rd and maybe a couple inches at most. Chubb going for the marker. And he's brought down for a loss.
You felt it the second this play bounced toward the outside, this defense responded. They pounced. That was their chance to get to him before he could get the couple inches he needed for a 1st down.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds it beyond the marker. He has the touchdown.
He's looking sharp here in the first time as they extend their lead.
When things are going well, sometimes you really just get in a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Cool on now for the extra point.
Extra point sent in through the rain. And his guys double their lead to 14. Crew all lined up and ready to put this one away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense ready to take the field now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
You know, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
1st and 10. Here's Watson. It's his running back. Quan Smith. All right, here we go. Second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kid, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And they get Jones. He's trying to make something happen. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
You know, I call that big punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Finds a man right side. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They've held him out twice. Here we go, third goal. Looking from the gun, Watson. He's on the move. And he carries it in for the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The home teams and Stetson Bennett just about ready for their next drive. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Here's Bennett. Dump off caught by his back. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Offense to the line for second down.
At the 47-yard line.
From the 47. On target to Jackson. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Now Bennett. Caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
That is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. From the red zone now. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down. So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. Throwing it again here. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down. To throw, here's Bennett. Escapes the pocket. And he walks. On the ground, gain works for the touchdown. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young, Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Cool on now for the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And his guys double their lead to 14. Crew all lined up and ready to boot this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now this offense ready to head back out. And they need some kind of score here, Brock, to keep this from getting away from them on the road in the postseason. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Got Williams, and it's complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. 3rd and short.
And he tried to power it forward, but I don't think he got it.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Braden Mann out once more for another punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fields this at the 19. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check up.
They begin the drive with Chubb. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. He's got a gain of 6 there. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Calling a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They're going play action. Completed here to Pickens. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw, Bennett. Joe brings it in. And he goes out, just needs one more step there to reach midfield.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Great speed. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a gain of 4. And that'll give him a 1st down.
At the 48-yard line.
Bennett now to throw. This ball's caught by Pickens. They get there to take him down right around the 41.
Can I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Ball at the 33 for first down. They kick the running back in motion. This ball's caught by Bowers. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 29. Finds him over the middle. Jukes one defender. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up first down.
Now, I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Running back, motioning right. Still sticking with the passing game. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure opens the throw.
He's going to be taken down to the 8-yard line. The offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Bennett. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play. There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Return starts from the goal line. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're to the half in this NFC Wild Card contest. As we hear from Jonathan Coachman over in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one. And it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. All right, Kate, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. In the first half, it was the Georgia man, Stetson Bennett, who put on a solid performance. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The home teams ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Bennett throwing here. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 2nd and 3 now.
At their 49-yard line.
Second half going to start with a run by Shaw. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Midfield to the 49-yard line.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Here's Bennett. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
4th down.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. A time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
The offense headed back to the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Down by Quay Walker. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
At the 32-yard line.
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. It's Nolan Smith there for the stop. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. From the gun, Watson. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
But that's one of those situations where it's just a double whammy. Number one, you can't afford to give up a possession and waste a possession like that. And number two, to do it so quickly. A 3 and out in that situation. It really, listen, if there is a path to a comeback, and that's a big if right now, it's going to take sustained drives, and a 3 and out just devastating on that possession.
This offense ready to get going again now. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Back at the 23-yard line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Looks like a pickup of 2, and now they've got 3rd and 10.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Back to throw now. This is reeled in by Jackson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play, and that gives them the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him from the 46. One of the tight ends motioning left. That's complete to Jackson. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And they're going to have a first down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Throwing with a blitz on the way. It's into the hands of Joe. He has room past the 25. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. They run it from the gun with Chubb. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. Will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Here's Bennett. The throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now Bennett. And the catch is made for the touchdown. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So the first down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Coup on now for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And these guys make it a 24-point ball game. Crew all lined up and ready to put this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Set, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Watson. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he's going to go. It's a big 6. I think it's safe to say, Brock, this defense isn't just trying to defend a lead. They are trying to eliminate all doubts. And to that end, big play to take that interception back for 6.
I think it's very easy for fans to see when an offense goes dormant and conservative and plays it safe. But defenses fight the same challenge, Cade, and kudos to that defensive coordinator. Don't be reckless, but this defense has earned the right to be aggressive.
Extra point by Koo is up and good. And his guys grow their lead yet again. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Another drive coming up for this offense. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give this up the middle to ETN. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Watson now off play action. Escapes a defender. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll give him a first down.
T. Higgins. A gain of 26 yards. Results in a first down.
Oh, stiff arm. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 15. Result is a first down.
Here's Watson. That pass caught by Renfro. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. All set up now for 1st and 10. Counter give to Etienne. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. Watson to throw it. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect. And Miller got his first look at the game. And that brings up 4th and long. Riley Patterson ready for the field goal try. It's a 36-yard look for him. Koo able to put it through. And that's not going to do a ton against what is now a 28-point gap.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Fielded at the 7. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The home teams with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. They go play action on 1st. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Looking to throw, Bennett. Complete here to Bowers. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. To throw, here's Bennett. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. There's a counter give to Chubb. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Here we go, 2nd and very long. Don't get this complete to Chubb. And he's brought down after a short gain. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. They've got possession, just 1 quarter from advancing in the postseason. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Bennett now to throw. This ball's caught by Pickett. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
Get by once is good. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense getting all set for this series. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Watson. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw and force something. nothing. It brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Back to the air, Watson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't find Mike Williams on that throw. So they're left facing third and long. Watson now. Man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. They're going for it. Here's Watson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
That's complete to Bowers outright. And he'll go down here at the 16. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
At the 16-yard line.
From the 16. Oh, he got free. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running with it. They find 7 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment, made it the perfect time for the first down.
Bennett throwing here. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. They give now to Chubb. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. Solid run, 7 yards on the pickup, and that brings up third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Bennett. Getting out to his left. And they take this in for the score. These guys continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Koo with the extra point. And these guys continue piling onto this lead. Koo all lined up and ready to put this one away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The visitors and quarterback Deshaun Watson gearing up for their next series. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. It's taken in by Williams. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's Watson to the air. Throwing the out route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
26 yards. And a 1st down.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Play action, it's Watson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he loses the football.
down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down. I'll tell you what you're not trying to do is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Enough to Chubb to start the drive. And he's up across the 10 to the 11 before going down. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Chubb. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. 1st down, and they go right back to it. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They give inside to Chubb. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
Tight end motioning right. From the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he'll get it over the 38-yard line before going down. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Chubb running out of the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Now Bennett. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So that was holding on the offense, and a quick declination from the defense means this stands as a turnover. Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the set. Hopkins on the slant. And they get this down to 44 before he stopped.
Well, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
That one's cut along the left sideline. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. Results in a 1st down.
Looking from the gun, Watson. Higgins makes the catch. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Result is a 1st down.
Sticking to the air with Watson. Flush out now to his left. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they're headed to the divisional round next week. Great start to their playoffs and getting the win at home, but the test's only getting harder from here on out. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It was a great effort from our winners as we say thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.